Hello everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to another chapter in the Silverback Diaries, if you will. I am crushed today. I'm so sore. Can barely lift my arms. Which is, great for a pull day, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. Today is pull day. Ooh, there's a gorgeous orange beetle. Wow, that's nice. I'm a Volkswagen guy. I never used to be, but I was converted, so I kind of dig them now. Yeah, but it's pull day today. Actually, turn left here. I missed the light, of course, because... But anyway, it's pull day. I don't know what's on the books. I'm going to assume back in biceps, because yesterday was chest and tri, right? So, but we'll see. I really don't know. My shoulders are a little sore, too. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good day. Maybe Cody will get off of his lazy ass and he'll show up today. Who knows? I have no room to speak. I worked out, like 3 or 4 times last week. So, anyway, if that. Yeah, pull day. On that note, I'm just looking forward to it. I don't really know. I mean, this is the second day of this new program. So the Thicc-ening, day 2. And, gosh darn, my heat is on. It's not quite that cold yet, in my opinion. My headliner's falling down. That's lovely. The whole headliner in this truck is falling down, obviously, as you can see. But whatever. I mean, she's a 20-year-old vehicle. I'm not sure what you expect. But she runs like a top, like a Swiss sewing machine. I tell you what. But anyway, pull day. Yeah. Look forward to it. Gonna get a little pump ski in. And just keep on crushing. That's all you can do, really, when you think about it. On the note of Volkswagen, so a lot of people hate on Euro cars, or Volkswagens and Euro cars in general, because they claim they're difficult to work on. There's some truth to that. Some. And let me explain. So, in America, we have like Ford and Chevy and Chrysler, okay? Those are the big 3. Chrysler not so much anymore since they're owned by Stellantis and all that weird crap. But Ford and Chevy, GM, is still pretty fairly American. Now, Chevy makes a lot of their cars in Korea and Mexico. But overarching, they're American brands, right? And they have a reputation, especially Chevy, especially the Chevys made domestically. Like, for example, the Sonic, which was made 100% in the U.S., and underrated car, very underrated car. If you see a good Chevy Sonic, especially the manual transmission, pick it up, okay? They don't have bells and whistles, they're not fancy, but they run. Anyway, but easy to work on, parts are obtainable relatively cheaply, not that much labor intensive, reliable, etc. Japanese cars as well. Japanese cars are in a class of their own. They're kind of like up here, and everything else is below them. Unfortunately, that's the truth. But people will give Euro cars, German cars, a lot of crap about the difficulty of working on them, the unreliability, the expensiveness of parts, etc. But what you have to consider is that in America we have Ford and Chevy. In Europe, like the base model, like this cheap crap, is like Volkswagen, Peugeot, Citroen, Vauxhall, which is just GM, but like Volkswagen's entry level overseas. It's everybody has a V-Dub, everybody has a Beamer, whatever. But like Volkswagen's the Chevy or the Ford equivalent overseas, and as a result, they're really not that hard to work on once you understand the quirks and once you get the right tools. Now, Euro cars do have a lot of stupid tools. You need to have metric sockets, which everybody should have, but then you have to have all these weird, like, triple square bits and odd, like, pass through sockets and all these stupid things. But once you acquire the necessary tools, it's not that bad. You are swapping out sockets a lot more than you would with like a Chevy, which say only has like 2 sizes of bolt on the whole thing. But once you get tools, it's pretty straightforward. It's the same crap, just different measurements and different bits and different bolt sizes. Not that bad. Secondly, parts are not that expensive. The reason that people think parts are expensive is because they go to the dealership or they go to a mechanic who charges them outrageous amounts for parts, when you can get the parts from retailers, not from dealership, but from retailers, from resellers, from the junkyard online for a fraction of what they're going to charge at the dealership or a mechanic. OEM equipment, in fact. And that's just something to be aware of. And so if you have any wrenching ability and you're not afraid to get a little dirty every now and then. Oh, yeah. Third point. German vehicles, especially Volkswagens, are very reliable as long as you get one that has a good design and you take care of it. American cars and Japanese cars are designed with the thought in mind that the average American driver is not going to do crap to their car to keep it running. They might get an oil change, they might change the tires. That's it. They're designed under that premise. The thought process is different in Europe. They think you're going to do your necessary maintenance. You're going to do what it takes to keep the vehicle running because, us German, we are very mechanically inclined and all that. So they're actually just, as long as you take care of it and do what you need to do and work on it reliably, do maintenance, which is not a very American concept anymore, they'll run. It's not uncommon to see a Volkswagen diesel hit 500,000, 600,000 miles, 1,000,000 miles. Mercedes OM 262 diesel engines consistently hit millions of miles. The 80s Volvos, the turbo wagons and the boxes ones, 1.3, the highest mileage car in the world is a Volvo. It's a Volvo P40, and I think it's got 3.5 mil. So the point is, European cars are just as reliable as American cars if you're willing to do the maintenance. So in summary, not that hard to work on. You just need a bunch of specialty tools, which is, gay, but what are you going to do? Secondly, parts aren't that expensive if you don't go to the dealership. And thirdly, as long as you're willing to do basic routine maintenance, they are just as reliable as American cars. So yeah, that's my little harp on that subject. There you go. Anyway, I don't think I have much else to update everyone on, but I'm glad to see everyone's here. Sorry for the lack of content last week. I apologize again. But we will be consistent going forward with the Thicc-ening. And I hope to see you guys much more in the near future. Please, if you have questions, comments, want to see something, you want to know about posing, lifting, you got any sort of advice or whatever, throw it in the comments and I'll be more than happy to read and reply. I try to reply to all of the comments if you're not just being an ass. But so far, only 1 or 2 people have ever done that. So props to the Silverback fan base out there. You guys are really a positive group. But anyway, I don't want to talk much longer before we get into it. So I will see you guys for whatever will be our first exercise of the day. See you there. All right, so what we're working with is we're starting off 4 sets of 10. Just put it up on the road. Just put his hand. Shove it up against it. It's really taking me off. I can't find it. One little plastic. Anyway. But, oh my gosh, it's just mind-blowing there. But anyway, just for the rows, 4 sets of 10. And, yeah, today's very fact-centric. We got 4 kinds of rows, 3 or 4 kinds of rows, rear delts, pullovers, biceps and forearms. good day. Get better. Oh. If I could just be slightly longer, you know. I think that's every guy's dream. When you think about it. I was like cramping. That was bad. Dude, it's already fat? Is your weight fat? It's a little fat. Dude. Keep going up. Dude. What's the weight?
Heavier than it should be. I think it's because I have shoes on and not Crocs.
Yeah, that extra 2 ounces makes a difference.
I don't understand, like, when I'm on.
Alright, these are not bad. I think I probably should be going a bit heavier than 90. But, I mean, this is the first workout of the day. It's not explicitly in warm up, but it more or less is, right? Yep. Alright. Just one more of those and we'll move. Woo! Last one, let me see what. Spoilers, probably rows. Of somewhere. Alright, you'll have to see it. Woo! Man, it crushes your chest. Hello? Hello? Okay. Mic is on. We have 4 sets of 12 reps on the high row. High row. It's an Egyptian exercise, the high row liftics here. I'll see myself out. Alright. So the trick for this. You're trying to focus on your lats, which you are. When you come up, you grab it, and then when you get set, you kind of get your shoulders set, and you come down, and you're going to get wide chest the whole time down, and you don't want to go all the way up, because you go up here, you lose your lat engagement, it becomes a bicep exercise. So only about 3/4 of the way up, more or less, you know, 2/3, 3/4. Oh, pardon. All right, before set 12. Got 200 pounds on here, so. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that's kind of heavy. Might have to do this like single arm, rotate back and forth. I don't know. Woo! Yeah. All right. Second set of 12. I said, right? 12. Okay. Yeah, I see some people will grab one arm, like Sam does it a lot, and he'll kind of rotate into it, you know? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I'm not sure that's what I'm going to be doing. So we're going to try to keep it both arms for You know, as long as we can, I reckon. All right. Eh. Yep. Yep. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure I did that right. I don't know. After a quick check, it is in fact 12 reps. So let's do it again. Locking in. Woo! One more. All right, last one. Somebody needs these plates, so I've got to finish my set. Cody is here, but he's doing legs, by the way. So our schedules are gonna be misaligned. So I got legs tomorrow. Woo! Woo! Oh, goodness. Got 3 sets of 15 on the rope pullovers, and I'm looking for, or I got 100 reps, so we're trying to get good squeeze and contraction at the bottom. We'll see. My shoulder's real sore from yesterday, so this kind of sucks, but hey. Woo! All right. Another set of 15. I perhaps could take it up from 100, but if I really get good form, you know, I don't think it's necessary. I have no idea what number I'm on. We'll say that's 13, I guess. How's it going? Yep. Starting to burn in my triceps a little bit, so
Uh, that's kind of unavoidable with the nature of this exercise, though. Oh, damn. I think I got FOMO. Okay. Ow. Let's see what's next. All right, 3 sets of 12 underhand cable row. We'll see if this is long enough so they don't ring the bell. We're gonna find out. I've got 188, give or take, on there. Yeah, 188. So we'll see how it goes. Holy shit. Might be too much, boys. Yeah, we're gonna drop it a little bit. Mercy. We're gonna drop it down to 150. We'll see how that goes. That's a heavy 180, I tell you what. But we'll try 150. Okay. That felt about right. I'm gonna go a little bit wider on the next set because my wrists were not happy about that. Woo. All right, 12 more. And this is, again, only 150, so. I don't know if that math is right, actually, now that I think about it. It might be more than that. 125. No, 150 is right. Here we go. I do lean back pretty bad on those, so probably shouldn't, but it's one of those things that's kind of hard to control. And I'm feeling a good squeeze, so I'm going to listen to the muscles here. And my lats are feeling that, so that's good. That's good. That's good. Is it going to rain? I don't know. It's looking pretty dark. Oh. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's next. So I got 3 sets. I'm gonna get like a static yeah, I guess is the name of the game, so here we go. Yeah, quite difficult. Easy! Easy! Alright. Well, that probably wasn't cinematically exciting. So, I'll move on. See what's next after this. 2 sets of 12 and 12 dumbbell shrugs. Gonna be doing hundos. Alright, so grab some hundreds and do 2 sets of 12 and 12. These are exceptionally hard to hold because they're like rubbing on your shorts and like the friction just makes it want to roll out of your hands. So like that's the struggle. But next set. Yeah, see, I was just moments away from dropping it out of my left arm there. So we stopped when we did. Good thing. I think there's curls next. So we'll do that. 3 sets of 12 incline curls. Not for real, afraid to feel. I think I'm gonna do 40s because incline curls, the weight is heavier. Like if I was doing like standard standing curls, I'd probably be hitting 50s. But we're just gonna feel it out with 40s. Plus, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty sauced. So, a little tired. So I think 40s will be plenty. 3 sets of 12. Wow, this bench is really high up. That's not supremely pleasant. Yep. My white balance is super off. Holy crap. Holy crap, Lois. These 40s are heavy. Ah! Yep. Oh, man. Yeah, ouchies. Ooh, but not too bad. All right. Do that again. All right. I jumped the incline up a little bit to about a 45. It wasn't like a whatever it was at. But yeah, this is much more comfortable, and I can actually have my feet on the ground, which is nice. But another set of 12. Same weight. Let's see if I can get my luscious locks out of the way here. Woo! 3 more. Ugh. Sorry for sounding like a stuck animal there, but oh, my biceps are hurting. So far, I'm noticing a trend in this program where there are not that many arm exercises because, as some may have pointed out, my arms and quads have overshadowed other parts of my physique. Just perhaps a little bit. So that explains why there's 4 sets of rowing and only 1 set of curls. What you gonna do? Anyway, last set, and I think it's gonna be a damn struggle. But here we go. It's gonna be a struggle for sure. Okay, rest pause. I'm gonna have to do single arm. I don't think there's any way I can get both at the same time. Okay, yep. That's it. That's all we got. Holy man. Forearms next. You guys have seen forearms. I'll just hit them and forget them. Okay, it's time for everybody's favorite portion of the video. Me burping into the microphone. Just kidding. The pose down. This is a really loose shirt, so you ain't gonna be able to see nothing, front or back. Anyways, let's attempt to get this off. That was pretty easy, actually. Oh. What do we hit today? Back. So I have a arm pump. Forearms are pumped. Biceps are pumped, obviously not like fully pumped, but they're pumped. Back is not looking too bad. But, you know. Not bad, not bad. And then from the front. Kind of a little sticky and sweaty. Kind of hard to get my fingers to stay. Yeah, but arms aren't looking too bad either. But yeah, not too bad. Oh, anyway, tomorrow's legs. I'll see you guys for that.